This is RICKY, the mainstream movie guy. Hey guys, today I am bringing you Should You See Get Out. And if you want to see a good like suspense and horror movie, it has a few jump scares here and there, but overall it's more of a psychological thriller. And yeah, it's definitely worth seeing in movie theaters. Although if you wait till it comes out on Netflix or on demand and curl up at night with the lights off and all that, it can definitely get in your head that way too. But overall, I did really like most of the movie. I will say one part kind of took me out, and that is when a horror movie presents itself as, okay, this is the normal, like, realm kind of thing. And then it does one thing like, okay, but that can't happen, or that can't happen that quickly, or that can't happen like that. That kind of gets to me. So I'm like, oh, okay. Well, so you're saying like, no, no, what you're seeing in the movies is nonsense. Like it doesn't work like that. Boom, it works like that kind of thing. Like I'm just like, so that's the kind of thing that kind of got me a little off guard. But overall, I thought it was a really good movie. I would say you kind of can predict at least the first half of it if you've seen the trailers. My wife did not see the trailers or did not remember them at least, so she was like, "Oh, I didn't know this part was gonna happen." I'm like, "That was basically in the trailer. Like you knew that was gonna happen." I will say this: it's another movie that just like Split when we reviewed it here. I wish trailers would stop showing the last like 20 minutes, the last 20 minutes of a movie because it really kind of is just these 20 minutes. Just don't touch them. Don't touch the last 20 minutes because like I knew, oh, I haven't seen this person in this room yet, so I know that's gonna happen. And when all this stuff is going down, I'm like, oh, it's going to happen next. Oh, well, this is going to happen because I haven't seen that yet and it was in the trailer. That kind of stuff is the things that I can't stand that trailers do. It's more a gripe against trailers than the movie. Overall, I really like it. I think Keenan Peele did, or sorry, Jordan Peele, not Keen and Peele. Jordan Peele did a really good job for his directorial and writing debut. Or no, no, he's not his writing debut, just his directorial. He has written other things before, but really good job. You did get a little bit of humor in it, but definitely not as much. It really is more of a psychological thriller. And I really am excited for Daniel. I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name because I'm horrible with names. But Daniel is going to be in the Black Panther movie coming out next year. And definitely excited about that. That cast is just freaking ridiculous, and he's going to be the right hand man of T'Challa. So I really cannot wait to see how that plays out and how he is in a very different role. So overall, I'm really interested in this. And again, another British actor that just completely pulls off an American accent like nothing. I saw the movie and then I saw interviews of him like, oh, he was British. I did like he said him and Jordan had a conversation like, "Hey, do you know, are you this? Is your experience with racism the same in England as it is in the U.S.?" And he was just like, "Yeah, no, black people are going to go through everything, no matter where you are." And it really does attack. I will say. How white people, by the way, just in case people are wondering, I'm Mexican, so not white, but it really does attack the way white people always kind of like, oh, try to relate to you, but you're not really relating. You're just kind of pointing out your stereotype. Like, oh yeah, I would have, I would have voted for Obama a third time, or like I would do this and I would do that, and kind of like you're really just showing that you have prejudice, or like oh, did you get like a basketball scholarship? Did you do this, or oh, are your parents from there, or kind of thing. It's just really it's that uncomfortableness that when you get it that you always experience it. And me myself being part of an interracial couple, it's always something that like you deal with. You deal with people thinking this or that and everything, and like, and again, they just kind of throw out like they're trying to relate to you. And he said this in an interview himself. Daniel did. He's like, they're trying to relate to you, but really you're just alienating them. And I think that's a really good point because it really does happen in real life, and this movie brings that out to the forefront. So I really like that it kind of brings it out. Is it uncomfortable? Yes. Like, and you're like, oh my god, like don't you're oh wow, you went there, kind of thing. But that's what's great about it. That it can really poke at it and point at it. I will say this though. Both me and my wife were kind of like, you know, at the end of the movie, you kind of like, oh man, I can't. If I was, being Mexican or my wife black, it's like, oh, stay with your own race kind of thing. Like this is what happens when you date those white people. No, but I really do feel like that, even though I know that's not intentional because Jordan himself is mixed from a white mom and a black dad, I believe. So it's just, but it really is like, oh, like, well, I'm never doing this again. So yeah, like that's with we had thought like it would be funny if basically they get a call or the end of the movie, and something else happens like I can't say without spoiling it. But really fun movie overall. I thought it was really good. Have you ever, if you've seen this movie, have you ever experienced like just someone trying to be like, again, more, they're trying to relate to a person of a different race, but really just sounded so racist when doing it? Let me know in the comment section down below. And did you like this movie? Did you think it was a different take on a horror movie? It really does remind you of The Stepford Wives, and that is on purpose. So if you have seen that, it really is like that psychological way where, like, okay, I know this is happening, but how is this going to end? What is the end result and the end game to this? Let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts. Thank you as always for watching. This has been RICKY, the Mainstream Movie Guy.